This is Neil Walters with what'sinyourmail.com. The piece we're going to be looking at today is just a extra large postcard. It's from a company called Dawson Foundation Repair. Now, this is just a blanket card they obviously sent to entire neighborhoods. We do have sometimes foundation problems here in Texas. And so if you have a foundation problem, I would say this card would grab your attention. Otherwise, it would probably go in the trash. But you know me, I save my mail so I can analyze it. So one thing that's good about them is they're kind of educational. Up here it says, get the facts about foundation repair. And on the back side, this is why I saved it, because I really don't know much about foundations. I'm going to try to get this in the video here. So they give you 3 different methodologies and which one works well and which ones don't. So they prefer this method, and then they have a second and a third method. And at the top here you see advantages and disadvantages. So basically, I know you can't read all that. This is an educational piece, and people like to be educated and informed. So if you had a foundation problem, you would probably read this very carefully, and you would look at these different solutions, and then I would be more interested in calling this company because they took the time to educate me. So I would suggest that you do educate your customers and tell them what you do and show them different methods of what you offer and what your competition offers. This is Neil Walters with what'sinyourmail.com. This is Neil Walters with what'sinyourmail.com. Here I have an offer for free air conditioning for a year. Now that is a very catchy headline. The subtitle actually says, call today to qualify for our energy conservation 1-year trial. Certain restrictions apply, etc., etc. So if you had an air conditioning problem, you know, that sounds very interesting. 1-year air conditioning for free. Now they never really fully explain, but they do have a lot of text on here. So this is something I read pretty much thoroughly just to see what they were offering. And I think it's fairly clear, but there's still like, you know, what's the catch? One thing you want to have in your offers that you make to people is, if possible, you want to have some kind of limit. If people say, you know, I want to be one of the first 100 people to get involved, or it's going to be cut off after a certain number. So what did they do here? Let me show you. It says here, this program must be limited to the first 174 homeowners. Now I have no idea where they got that number. It says, I have a limited number of the 4 most popular sizes from each manufacturer used in the Metroplex for this special program. And they have some kind of deal where they say they're going to save you money on your current air conditioning. It doesn't say necessarily that they will put in a new air conditioner. He says, I need your permission to use the data from your home in my research. After I save you a ton of money on your utility bills and your home is more comfortable, please tell your friends, etc., etc. Another limit is up here. They say limit 10 per zip code. Now, would they really do that? I don't know. If you were the 11th person to call from a certain zip code, they might take you, they might not. But, you know, honesty is an important part of the offer, so hopefully they would be honest about that. They have your special energy program number 5692. That makes you kind of think, what is that number? Is it a government offer or something like that? So I think they use some very catchy ideas to make you want to read this. And the other thing they have is a $79 per unit tune-up. It's kind of like when you get your oil changed on your car and they have a list of all the things they do. They have a 21-point professional tune-up and spring cleaning. And they'll check your ducts and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I just thought this was a fairly interesting mail piece, and they do have some interesting offers in here, and they do have a limited offer. So that's something that you need to think about when you do your mail pieces. This has been Neil Walters at what'sinyourmail.com.